morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. And whenever you happen to be watching this broadcast, welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining me here in the beautiful city of San Francisco. My name is Chris Rossetti, free to laugh now, on an absolutely fabulous San Francisco sunset. Windy, cold, and absolutely fabulous. Thank you for joining me for today's antidepressant of the day. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in perspective. Thank you for coming in. Pool guy, thank you for joining us. Good to see everybody here. So glad you made it to San Francisco. I hope your flight to San Francisco was smooth. I hope you didn't have any kind of trouble getting here. So once again, my name is Chris Rossetti, free to laugh now, here in the city of San Francisco. Free to laugh now because I was set free from 30 years of depression. I want to encourage you today. Your miracle could be just around the corner. Oh, it's beautiful. Smell that fresh air, everybody. Go ahead. Everybody take a deep breath. Can you smell that fresh Pacific air? Isn't it gorgeous? Let me just ride the scooter around a little bit. We're riding on our Pride Mobility scooter. Let me just show you a little bit of the scenery here. Absolutely spectacular evening tonight, as always, here in the city of San Francisco. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming in the broadcast. Appreciate you stopping by, everybody. I really, really do. And I know it's kind of windy, so I apologize in advance, but we'll do our best to talk over the wind. I have an external mic, which I forgot to bring. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing this out. Thank you for inviting and retweeting if you're watching on Periscope or Twitter. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for hitting that like button, hitting that share button, and subscribing and all that good stuff. So here we are in San Francisco once again on a beautiful, windy, cold, spectacular summer day. Look at the hillside. Isn't that beautiful? I really do wish I could zoom. I'm using a program called StreamYard, and since it's not an application, I cannot zoom in. Excuse me, but you get the idea of how it looks here tonight. It's absolutely beautiful. Smell that fresh air. Come on, everybody, take another deep breath with me. Smell that fresh ocean air. The ocean is about 2 miles from here in that direction. You can't see it because of the fog bank that's coming in. But there it is, another beautiful San Francisco sunset. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Good to see everybody. Oh man, isn't it nice? It's a little bit hard to see your comments, so I do apologize. But I want to just put those up as I see them come in. So thank you very much. Yeah, it's a pretty cool evening tonight, isn't it? Do me a favor. How is my audio? Give me an audio check. Can you hear me when I'm this close to the camera? I just hope that the wind is not too distracting. So thank you for joining me here in San Francisco. We appreciate it. We're going to get started here. And I want to just let everybody know that I am not going to speak to you from something that I don't know about. Thank you for the audio check. Thank you for the audio check. I do appreciate it. Fantastic. I'm going to speak to you from personal experience today. I believe the best thing I can do is share with you my testimony, share with you what I've been through in life. And if it helps or encourages you at all, then that'll be a wonderful thing, and I will have accomplished my goal of encouraging somebody today. So if you'll bear with me for just a second, I'm going to share with you some of the reasons why I Periscope and I Instagram and I YouTube and I Twitter and I Facebook Live. I'm going to share with you some of the reasons why I do that tonight. One more time, let's breathe in some of that breath and some of that fresh Pacific air. Ready? Let's breathe in together. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. So nice and refreshing here. So nice and refreshing. So as many of you know, I suffered from depression for 30 years. And those 30 years were, to be quite honest with you, miserable. There were highs and there were lows, of course. But it was very debilitating to have depression. And that depression was so severe and so strong that many times I didn't know if I'd see the next day. I'll be quite honest with you. Many times during that 30 years of depression, I had no clue whether or not I'd see the next day. I was a very self-destructive young man. I was a very self-destructive person. And some of the habits of self-destruction, even though I've been delivered and set free from depression now, some of those habits even carry over to this day. For example, overeating. One of the ways I used to compensate with my depression was to overeat. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. Thanks for coming in. So a lot of the things that I did during those 30 years of depression were very destructive. Just to give you a quick example, many times I drove my car very erratically, very wildly, very recklessly, because I was so mad and depressed and angry at myself and everybody else that I was hoping to get into a car accident. Many times I drove my car, and it's only by the grace of God that He saved me. He kept me from doing stupid things. I recall one time getting on a motorcycle, and I had a friend of mine get on the back of the motorcycle with me. And he said to me, have you ridden a motorcycle before? And I said, yeah, I've ridden them before, but this is the first time I've drove one by myself. In other words, I've ridden on the back of a motorcycle, but I've never driven one till right now. And he got really scared, and he got really worried. And I said, don't worry about it. And I took my hands off the handlebars. So for the first time ever operating a motorcycle, I pulled my hands off the handlebars and looked back at him instead of looking where I was going down the freeway. The front rim of the motorcycle was bent, and the front wheel was wobbling almost uncontrollably. I look back at that moment, and I think to myself, how stupid. How stupid was my behavior? I risked not only my life, I risked my friend's life. All because I was depressed and miserable. All because I was hating life and not loving life. That's pathetic. So some of the behaviors, some of the things I did, as I mentioned, not wanting to see the next day. I used to walk into the bathroom in the morning or in the evening, whatever it is, to brush my teeth or comb my hair. And whenever I'd pass the mirror, and I would actually look at myself in the mirror during those 30 years of depression, and I would actually say these words to myself: I hate you. I can't stand you. I would say those words to myself. You talk about miserable. You talk about terrible. You talk about a horrible thing to say about yourself. I would actually say those words to myself in the mirror. I would say, I hate you. I can't stand you. I would tell myself those terrible things. That's how bad my depression was for 30 years. I'm just laying the groundwork and setting the foundation and letting you know that for 30 years I struggled and suffered with a very serious and debilitating mental, spiritual, physical, and somewhat biological condition called depression. But I want to tell you tonight, and I want to encourage you tonight, that one day it all came to an end. One day that depression lifted. One day that depression left me. I want to encourage you tonight that you never give up hope and never stop believing that you too can be set free. If it happened to me, if I can be set free from depression, then I want you to understand that you need to hold on as well. You need to hold on with all your might. So here's a comment here. What originating factor did you actually find God? Is that what that says? I'm trying to read the comments here in the squinty win here. Well, let me just answer that by saying the originating factor of my depression, I never had it diagnosed as a chemical problem. I did have it diagnosed as a emotional problem, I guess you would call it. Many factors led to my depression of 30 years. Many factors led to the depression. But overall, let me just sum it up by saying this. It was a spiritual attack that attacked my life and my soul and my spirit. And it was only broken and only lifted when God broke it, when God lifted it from me. Now, many times people say, well, don't talk to me about God, and I don't believe in God, and is there a God? That's good for you, but it's not good for me. And I understand that, and I accept all of those positions in life. I get it. But when I come out here and I look at something like this every day and every night, and I see the beauty and the splendor that I see in front of me, I'm reminded of a Bible scripture that says the invisible things of Him, the invisible things of God, from the creation of the world, are clearly seen. They're clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made. In other words, you may not see God. You may not have the mental capacity to figure Him out, and believe me, I don't either. But when I see the things that He made, I can clearly see Him, even His eternal power and Godhead. I can clearly see that He exists. This is not an accident. If you think this is happenstance, if you think what you're looking at tonight, if you think what you're seeing tonight is a mistake or just a random act of a big bang somewhere, then you've got more faith than I do. Hey, Louise Poppy, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. God bless you, Louise. So glad you're here today. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe that there's a creator, that there's a greater force at work in the universe than you, when you look at something like this tonight, then you got more faith than I do. If you think this randomly happened, if you think all of these things randomly came into being, everything you're looking at right now, if you think it's random, then man, you got great faith. You got some great faith. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Look at this glory in front of us tonight. So when I look at all of this, I realize that there are a lot of things in life I can't handle, but there's somebody greater than me that can handle anything that I'm going to face. So my antidepressant of the day today is this. It's simply this. Hold on. Hold on. Don't you dare give up. When you get down or depressed or stressed or worried or angry or mad or defeated or, you want to give up on life, don't you dare give up on life. Look at this. Look at what God has made. Look at what God has created right here in front of us. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my picture off of here. You know what? I got my face up here. Let me get rid of my face. This is ridiculous to have my face here in the sky. You see that? See that? Watch. There's me. There's me. What am I doing here? I didn't create this. Get out of the way, buddy. Get out of the way. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing great. Good to see everybody. Thank you for joining us. Beautiful day here in San Francisco. I wish I could zoom in, but I can't using this program that I'm using, but I don't have to zoom in tonight. Look at that. Isn't that heavenly? I feel like that guy who saw the double rainbow. Remember that guy on YouTube? Remember that guy on YouTube that saw the double rainbow? Do you know he recently passed away? Do you remember his exclamation? Remember on YouTube that guy that kept saying, double rainbow? Whoa, what does it mean? What does it mean? Remember? He was so overcome by the beauty of God's creation that day that he just let it all out. No filters. No, you know what I mean? No hedging around it. No nothing. He just screamed, He just screamed, man. What does it mean? Double rainbow. Yes, he just recently passed away. I think it was before COVID, but I'm not sure. But my point is this. When he saw something like we're seeing tonight, he reacted like anybody reacts when they realize how great just the earth is. We're not even talking about the rest of the universe. Now look, I'm gonna zoom around this way. I'm gonna not zoom, but I'm gonna turn around this way. Watch this skyline. Watch this skyline. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Do you see that? Do you see that? Check this out. I'm doing a 360 on my scooter. Look at this. Do you think that the God that created all of this is incapable or unable to fix your problems? Come on, look at that. Do you think that the creator of the universe, who made all this tonight, is incapable of meeting your needs? Man, let me get rid of my little banner too. Let me get rid of my little banner. Hang on. Yeah, we don't need no stinking banners. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. There's so much beauty. Exactly. Listen, I want to encourage you tonight. If you haven't shared this out already, if you haven't invited somebody, if you haven't retweeted this yet, please do so now. Not for my sake, not for your sake, but that somebody else might see it and might just be encouraged tonight, okay? I'm not looking for numbers or accolades or anything. I'm just looking for you to share it out. So maybe somebody later would need to see this and just realize, I can hold on one more day. I can hold on one more day. There's a creator out there who made all of this, and if he's got this under control, he can take care of me. Look at that. Yeah, San Francisco is getting dark here already. It's sunset here in San Francisco. So once again, folks, my name is Chris Rossetti, free to laugh now. Here in the city of San Francisco, free to laugh now, because I was set free from 30 years of depression. And I want to encourage you today with our antidepressant of the day. And the antidepressant of the day is simply this: hold on. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare give up. Your miracle could be just around the corner. You hear me? Don't you dare give up. God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, God loves you. Don't you ever forget that. Goodbye for now.